What's up, guys? It's Jake here from Chief Live Gaming. Today, a project video for you guys. We are diving into Necrons today, and boy oh boy, am I excited. I'm just giddy about these Necrons, guys. I'm joining the folds as an overlord of this awesome 40k collection, jumping in the ranks with the greats such as Idic Beer Nick over on Idic Beer. Gotta check him out, guys. If you like Necrons or 40k in general, just go there. Idic Beer, IDIC Beer on YouTube. I've had this Necron collection kind of secondhand. That was sold to me by a friend of mine that I've been playing with for years, and he's kind of on a hobby hiatus. And so I snatched these guys up, and I am super excited. There's a lot of really cool old models in here that I'm going to repurpose, reuse. And it's not that I don't think the paint scheme is bad right now, but really the reason I want to repaint these is because I'm having some additions made for me by my friend Richard. He's building them for me over at the Nerd Life, another plug for you guys. THA Nerd Life, a commissioned builder who's putting together some awesome Necron additions for me. And it's time to kick this collection off. So we're going to start by repainting what I have in front of me right now. And I thought it would be helpful for you guys to sort of see my process, or maybe just interesting more than helpful, for how I'm going to do this, because it's a daunting amount of models to repaint here. So what I want to do is show you guys sort of what I have right now in my possession, and walk you through the steps I'm going to do, and then show you kind of how everything turns out. So whether or not we're going to split that into multiple videos, I'm really not sure. We're going to just kind of go with it and go from there. So let's go out tripod and take a look at these models. Right, guys, so as we kind of look over here, I want to quick talk about my sort of how I've set this up here to quickly and easily get these guys painted up. Basically what I have are a bunch of different chunks of a box that I cut up, so like an old Amazon box or something. You roll a piece of duct tape so it's sticky side up. You stick one end down and kind of roll it and stick the other end down, press, and then you've got sticky side up. You could use double-sided tape, but I just had duct tape around, and then you stick the models on there. So even these super heavy, these are pewter, guys, these old warriors, I believe, they're not falling off. These might be immortals. Somebody can maybe help me out. They look like immortals to me. That's what I'm going to use them as anyway. So you can, work with this chunk here and use, especially with an airbrush, that's mainly what this is designed to take advantage of. You're going to be able to do a lot of work really fast. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and go from there. So let's look at these models. Really pleased with some of these that I picked up. Some of these older models. So the older models here, these are tomb blades glued to the bases, glued to the flight stands. I'll have to figure out. I'll probably just tape off the bottoms or end up putting them on sort of scenic flight stands anyway, so I can just paint them on there. Not sure yet. The more modern ones, destroyers here, and again we've got some of these. I want to say these are warriors, guys, these really old warriors here, but they could be mortals. They look like they're using heavy gauss. These are, I think, the slightly newer warriors, so like third ed warriors. Very cool. Somebody help me out. I really want to know what's going on here, because this is fascinating. I love having older models like this. What else we have? We have this spider guy here, tomb spider. No, Triarch Stalker, newer model, so he was added later. And then a monolith. This is needs a little bit of attention, but not too bad. We've got death marks, again the newer plastic, newer warriors. Somehow there's like a weird number of these. I think there's 28, but that's okay. A very sad number of scarab swarms. Not a ton of scarabs, but that's fine. Nowadays you don't need a bunch. Overlord sitting back there. And I think that's it. So the whole thing here is I'm adding some stuff, and I don't hate how these look right now. Again, they're painted, they look pretty good, but since I'm getting a bunch of newer Necron stuff that's been sort of in the works for a few months now, I've been sitting on this collection forever. I want to repaint it. It's time. So away we go. Let's talk about the paint scheme, but what I want to do is set you guys back on the tripod so I don't weave all over the place while I'm talking. So one moment. Okay, so talking about the paint scheme real quick before I actually start doing stuff here. The kind of controversial thing, and Nick, I know you, if you're watching this, buddy, you're going to cringe when I say this, but I'm going to repaint the green Gauss rods. And that's something that I thought about for a long time and sort of was waffling on. But my idea for this Necron scheme is something that is narratively, I'm not sure how to work it, but maybe a tomb world that is sort of lava or fire like in a way. You Necron narrative guys, help me out here. I want to sort of replace the green in these Necrons with red, and I've seen this done before. It looks very, very striking and unique, so I want to really go with that. So what I've got as a main color, now hopefully we autofocus in here, we're going to use Vallejo Model Air Black Metal. This is a fantastic dark metal color for the bulk of these Necrons. I want to keep this scheme simple. I want to keep it fast. And so we're going to dry brush, and we're going to use a super bright steel here to get that maximum amount of contrast. Hopefully not too much here. I want them to be a dark, sort of evil looking metal, so this will just try to be just the brightest highlights. So those are our main colors. And then for the red, what I'm thinking, this is my scale color Blood Red. Fantastic paint range, a very matte finish. So a very deep sort of lava-y red that we're going to brighten up with Citadel Fire Dragon Bright, probably a few intermediate colors there, but I really want to push it up to a very bright, intense OSL sort of look on all of the Gauss rods and sort of wherever there's green right now in the Necron scheme. So we'll have to figure out a secondary color, kind of where you're seeing the white right now. Maybe like a gray, a dark gray or something, lava-like. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. But if you guys know of any sort of narrative reason why Necrons would incorporate fire into their I guess their tomb world, where it would be where they'd be sleeping or something, that I could make work narratively, that would be very much appreciated. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to prime all these bad boys, and I'm going to base coat them and start dry brushing. And I dry brush them right on this setup here, so it's very, very fast. What I'll probably do is release this video now to get your guys' thoughts before I get too deep into the paint scheme. So if you guys have any thoughts, suggestions, criticism, whatever, please drop them in the comments below. I'm very excited about these Necrons, guys. So give me your tips, give me your tricks, and any suggestions on the narrative or paint scheme. So stay tuned, guys. I'll hit you guys again as I have time in between commission projects to sort of chip away at this collection. Again, nothing crazy on the paint scheme. We're doing a very basic, very batch painting style on these guys, so I should be able to finish it up pretty quickly. A lot of airbrush work, and I'll detail that in the next videos. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. Be sure to follow me Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, here on YouTube, subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you want to get even more involved, Instagram is kind of where I'm at mainly for my content and viewer interaction, so find me there. Thank you guys very much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye now.